there, I'm Rachel Ballard and you're watching Feast and Farm Cooks. And today we're making good old-fashioned, crispy crusted Southern cornbread. Now, no matter where you're from, we can have the debate about does sugar belong in there or not. You can decide that for yourself. My version does not. So I'll show you what's in it, and if you want a little sugar in yours, you can feel free to sweeten it up. But here's what we're gonna do. So in this bowl, I have a couple of cups of self-rising cornmeal mix. Now that's sort of a Southern thing and it may be hard to find where you are, but it's basically self-rising flour and cornmeal together. You can do the same thing with a blend of all-purpose flour, cornmeal, baking powder, and salt. So we can go over that a little bit later if we need to, but if you can't find self-rising cornmeal mix where you are, we'll work a way out for you to make it on your own. Now, we're also gonna add about 3 tablespoons or so of vegetable oil. You want to use a neutrally flavored oil. You wouldn't want to put olive oil in this or something that has a strong flavor. You need it to just kind of blend in. And normally it's just 1 egg, but these eggs are farm eggs and they're a little bit small. So since they're small, I'm going to put in 2. And my skillets are smoking over here, y'all. That's what we want. So I'm going to kind of break those eggs up, and then I'm going to add buttermilk. Now, if you can't get buttermilk where you are, you can use just regular, what we call sweet milk, which is just plain old milk, or you can make your own buttermilk by adding a little bit of vinegar to your milk and letting it sit until it sort of sours up and curdles a little bit. Buttermilk just adds a really nice tang. I like that little bit of bitterness in the background in my bread. So I'm just going to stir this together. Check my skillet out. Now I have in my skillet some vegetable oil, about 4 tablespoons or so. You don't want to skimp when you're lining your skillet. And I have about 4 tablespoons in there, and it is heating up. You want it to sizzle when you put your cornbread in there. That's what's going to give you that lovely golden crust. And yes, I am using cast iron. So if you don't have a cast iron pan, cornbread looks good. I'm very carefully going to move this so you can see. Okay. So if you don't have a cast iron skillet, you need to get one. The best way to make cornbread is honestly with one of these. So it's time to get past your fear and just pick one up. This one is only for cornbread. This is about a 9-inch skillet, and it's all I use it for. Nobody touches my skillet. So what we're gonna do, you can do this in the oven. If you wanna heat your skillet in the oven, you can do that as well. But we're gonna pour this in, and it is sizzling right around the edges. I'm going to spread it out in there. And I'm going to bake this. I'm going to transfer this to the oven. We're going to bake it at 400 for 15 to 18 minutes, maybe just a tad longer, till it's cooked all the way through, and then I'll show you how I flip it and serve it. So I'll be back in just a second. Cornbread is out of the oven and it's time for a taste. Now I'm going to show you what my mom always did, and that was to serve her cornbread upside down. You don't have to do this, but it was always flipped. And you get that beautiful golden crust up on the top instead of seeing the other side. Totally optional, doesn't matter, but it's just a force of habit for me. So let's cut into this. It's very soft. I like my cornbread to not just crumble apart and be really dry. So this is very soft and tender, and it's not dry at all. You'll be able to see that it just comes out almost like cake. It's just so sweet and so soft. Okay, now, little bit of apricot jam. You could do molasses if you've got it, you could do butter, you could just eat it plain. It's going to be fabulous. So it's ready to go. Never fails me, never once. Just really soft, perfectly crispy on the edges. You're going to really enjoy it. To get the recipe, I'll leave a link below this video. I'm going to swallow this first. To get the recipe, I'm going to leave a link below this video. Feel free to click on that and go over to the Feast and Farm website to check it out. Give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you later.